Now, for more on the U.S. economy, I sat down with Saruhan Hatipoglu. He's the CEO of Business Environment Risk Intelligence, a consulting firm that advises business clients on global strategies. And I asked him what aspects of the economy so far have gone well.
Everything is looking good. The Federal Reserve is finally concluding quantitative easing, but they're not going to increase the interest rates immediately, and if they do, it's going to be gradual. So that's good. All the cyclical numbers data are good. Consumer confidence, consumer spending, strong dollar, low inflationary environment, everybody's loving it. The only problem, of course, is the U.S. is not the only country in the globe, so global economy is going to slow down a little bit based on what's happening elsewhere, but the U.S. economy looks good. There's, of course, risk. Business investment, how fast interest rates are going to rise, and what the companies will do with the hordes of cash that they accumulated is also important. Are they going to spend on RD, CAPEX, capital expenditure, or are they going to give it to stockholders, which they're planning on doing? So we're going to watch, see what they do, but overall I'm very bullish on the U.S. economy.
Since you brought up the consumer, we've seen gas prices now. The other day somebody was talking to me, they used to put 60, 70 bucks in the tank. Today it's 40. They were jumping up and down like they won the lottery.
Right.
20, 30 bucks per tank of gas times 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tanks of gas per month is a couple $100 a month per car. Not per household,
Absolutely.
Per car. That is significant savings for the American consumer. Does that last into 2015?
It will last into 2015. But I don't agree with this declining oil prices as a tax cut to consumer, because a tax cut comes from the government when the government has a surplus, right? This is not a tax cut. This is redistribution of money from the corporate world into the consumers. Some of our clients are absolutely upset with that term tax cut because they're losing money with the low oil prices, obviously. And let us not forget, 25% of S&P 500 is energy sector. So there's something to say about that. But yes, for consumers, absolutely. Low oil prices, they feel confident, they are spending on other things.
Who's the winner? What sectors are the winner for consumers? What are they going to go out and buy? Are they going to go buy new cars, new houses,
sure,
new toys,
we've already
new
seen
computers?
that, right? Commercials everywhere, car commercials. They're leasing now. People who didn't lease before, they're leasing cars, they're buying cars. They're spending it on luxuries, discretionary consumer goods. Everything is looking good. Low oil prices is definitely good for the consumers. There's absolutely no doubt.
Three things you're most worried about, specifically about the U.S. You mentioned earnings sustainability. I would assume that's one of them.
Definitely. I'm also worried about the Federal Reserve, for some reason that I can't think of right now, not adjusting the rate of interest rate increase correctly. That is always a problem. If there's inflationary pressures that really push it somehow, and the Federal Reserve decides to raise rates quickly, that will have a big impact on economic growth. And finally, of course, fiscal situation, the politics in Washington, D.C. is something that worries me all the time. I've been living here for a long time. You and I know this. They don't get along, and they may actually, like a couple of years ago, like they've done, may take measures that would shut down the government, lower confidence in the U.S. as well as overseas, and cause the economic growth to falter.